everyone, I want to show you the coolest project I am creating. I'm giving you a sneak peek here of this home banner, and this one I created here that says December 25th. I will be showing you how to make those during my 12 Days of Christmas series that I'll start on December 1st. But in the meantime, I wanted to do another one that's very, very similar. I got the idea for this from the Stampington and Company. This is issued by Somerset and handcrafted. It's volume 7, and it's got a whole bunch of mostly Christmas gifts and gift ideas. But in here, they've taken these old photo frames, of which I happen to have purchased about 30 of them at a garage sale for $5, and they're made out of that cardboard, and you can see how aged these are. These are those old-fashioned folded that photos used to come in, school photos and such. So I'm going to make one, and I'm going to use Richard's grandfather's photo, and I'm going to grunge it up and distress it and create a really cool gift idea. So this particular frame lies vertical, so it'll be standing up upright like this. And most of them are horizontal, but for this one I'm going to do it vertical, so I'll turn it this way just so that you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to start off by distressing the whole thing with Tim Holtz scattered straw, and I'm just going to take either a foamy or a distressing tool or whatever you want, and just go ahead and rub it all around this frame. It doesn't matter if it gets on the back mat because you're going to be putting a photo in there. I really love this scattered, this one is called Gathered Twigs, and I also love Scattered Straw. I think it's my new favorite. So I'm going to go ahead and just get that all kind of grunged up. Might even just take the ink pad and do it like that. There. Then I'm going to give it a little spritz of water, and for that to protect that middle piece, I'm just going to slide a little piece of tissue paper underneath. Just like so, because I'm going to be spritzing some suede glimmer mist on here. Because this is so porous, it doesn't take long at all for this to get all grunged up. The next thing I'm doing, I'm using an old Stampin' Up! Stamp set called Doodle This. So I'm using this corner stamp and also this scrolly one. So I'm going to use weathered wood distress ink and just ink up this stamp. And I kind of want to have a watercolor effect. So again, I'm taking a piece of paper towel just to create a little bit of a mask here because I don't want this stamp getting on the back part. There we go. So first what I'm going to do is spritz the stamp a little bit with some water. And hopefully, yep, it will give me that kind of watercolor, almost like I painted this on there. It's a little bit of water on it. And I'm just going to stamp it in the upper right corner here, just a little bit off the frame. There, that looks awesome. So that looks like it was stamped like 100 years ago. And we all know it wasn't. So I'm going to, in the lower left-hand corner, I'm going to stamp this corner one here and do the exact same thing. Spritz a little bit of water on that. And then stamp it right down in this corner here. Line it up. There. love that. This one has a little bit too much water, but that's okay. It still gives it that watered sort of watercolor, like I used watercolor paints on it. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I'll hold it up as soon as it's dry. If I hold it up now, it's going to drip. Okay, I managed to grunge up the whole frame, and I added those water spots by just spritzing water on the Distress ink. It looks like it got caught in water and got all wrecked and grunged and very awesome. So no matter what way you present it, you could tie a ribbon around it as a gift here using some seam binding, and then I inked that stamp again with the watermark stamp there. I also put it right there, and then when you go to open it up, when the stand is standing up at the back, you can also see the watermark there and in this corner here. And so this is our front, so I'll flatten it out so you can see it better. So there's the front of our frame, and that's where I watermarked it there. So the next thing I'm going to do, I took some flowers just from my stash, and this one kind of matched the blue really well. So I'm going to glue them together and attach them to that bottom corner. And then I'm also going to take, on my typewriter, on my computer, I used American typewriter font, and I just typed out in sort of a cocoa brown, Grandpa Coleman's name right there. It's kind of blurry, sorry. Grandpa Coleman's name. And then with my Stampin' Up! Hodgepodge, I'm just going to distress this up a little bit and then mount it like that and place it at the top of the frame. So I'm going to use the scattered straw again. Just, I don't want to distress it too dark because I want to be able to read his name there. So there, that's enough for me. And then I'll just attach that on there and put the brads through and attach it to the top of the frame. So I'm just going to finish this up by adding a few embellishments. So right here I have my Grandpa Coleman, his name. So what I did is I snipped the ends off the brad so they didn't poke out. And make sure you protect your eyes, put glasses on, or just turn your head away or close your eyes when you're doing that, because those little metal pieces could pop right into your eye, and that would not be cool. So I'm just going to put that right in the center at the top here. So we've got our Grandpa Coleman's name. And then in the bottom right hand corner, I've got my flowers. And then I found this just the other day. I went out for lunch with my son, and we went into an antique store, and this is an oval nail head, old vintage envelope that had some nails in it. So I'm going to just leave it curled up like that and glue it on the front here so it's really secure, just as a little added old embellishment here. Just however it falls is how it's going to be glued. There you go. And next thing I'm going to take this nice twine. I love this stuff. It's Scrapper Spools by Karen Foster. And it's kind of a russet colored twine. And I'm going to run it through this wooden button I have. It's right here, and stick it through the other side. Cut it off and then just tie a knot in it for the center of my flower. And then I'll glue down that flower, and that should pretty much be it. I think these things are awesome, awesome, awesome. What an interesting and cool way to display old vintage family photos. I think it's a really awesome idea. So now I just have to glue my flower down. I love using a glue gun because it really adheres, and I'm being extra careful that when I glue my flower down, being aware of where this folds up here, so that it'll still fold up if it's a gift or something, and glue the button down. And then I'm just going to grab my picture of Grandpa Coleman and slip him in there. And there you have it. Grandpa Coleman in this very cool vintage altered frame. He looks so much better in there than he did in this old plastic dollar store frame that we had him in. So I love how that turned out, so I hope you guys give that a try. And we'll see you next time. Bye.